behind the terms, Gangsta William, aka OG. And out with the big homie, Hagen TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, support the brother. We out here doing big things. It's all good, baby. Y'all see we free. We out here enjoying life. Wah. I want y'all to stop the violence, say no drugs, let's put these guns down. I'm out, baby. Gotta go.
This is a certified hood classic.
I used to be in my feelings, then I turned up and got a spot. I can't say how much I made in that bitch, I just know it was a lot. I don't care no more if she love me for real, long as she love my knot. They say, you hitting them with too much drip, I know I got a mop. I put my flow in the microwave, I know I gotta blow, now it's hot. I was way too far ahead of my time, I had to slow down and stop. Before I pull up to the honeycomb, I got to go round the block. Looking in blind spots for any nigga think he on the low trying to plot. Go ahead.
Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Hanky TV, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's my boy. He put dope content over there.
What's up with this? Your boy JT. If I say I done it, I did it. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Hanky TV tonight. So tonight we're going all the way from Ohio down to Michigan. I told you I was going to be bringing you a whole lot of dope brands, people, and along with artists. The individual I got coming up now, I'm gonna have to introduce himself here in a second, but they got a dope thing going on down in Michigan called the Creators Lounge. He also has a podcast, and he also has a clothing line. So if you can, man, can you introduce yourself?
How y'all doing out there? I'm Yat Life Chronicles, Yat Life Chronicles podcast, Yat Life Chronicles clothing line. I have a podcast based on we better together than separated, man. Just unifying people, man, because there's so much division. I'm sitting down here at my cousin's spot, me and him down here at Creators Lounge, where that we're just trying to have people to stop the hate and come create. You know, instead of using your hands to pull the trigger, kill your brother, your sister, we just trying to teach people that, you know, to start creating with your hands, you know, instead of being destroying.
That was definitely dope. Stop the hate and create.
Yeah,
so
stop the
tell us some of the things y'all do down at the Creators Lounge.
At the Creators Lounge, my cousin cooking up with foes. You guys can follow him on Instagram, Perfect Storm Films on YouTube, Blame It on the Game. He has his own podcast down here. We dealing with a lot of artists throughout the city, far as artist development, artist management, marketing, advertising. We trying to make Creators Lounge as to where artists are being showcased. It's not a party. It's not where you just come and you hang out. You know, we trying to have it where artists come down here and they thinking of ways as to where they can brand themselves outside the booth. You know, they can't make no money off their music in the next 2 or 3 days, you know, but these artists out here, they gotta survive. So do you want to start a shirt line, a lash line? You know, do you want to start a snow cone business? It's something to brand themselves up out the booth, man. So that's what me and my cousin on down here, man. And like he the genius down here that make the wheel go around. He the captain of the ship down here.
Right. So where is the Creators Lounge located at?
Saginaw, Michigan, 1206 Court Street.
So tell us where you're from, man.
Saginaw, Michigan, man. From a small town named Saginaw, Michigan, man, like 90 miles away from Detroit, you know. Guys like Draymond Green, you know, guys like Lamar Woodley. You know, we done had a lot of athletes come out of here, but we haven't had that artist come up out of here yet, man. So that's what we working on, man, is being able to get, you know, to get one of these artists up out here, man, and be able to sign a major deal one day. You know, that's something that ain't happened yet.
Shout out Big Hicks in the comments. That used to be my boxing coach right there, man.
Okay.
He coming through showing some love. So,
okay.
So how did you get into creating content?
I got into creating content when I came home. I had moved down to Atlanta in the COVID. And so when I was down there at Showbiz ENT, and I learned a lot of things down there at Showbiz ENT, as far as creating content and taking advantage of each and every moment with my phone. So what I would do is I would go on Forsyth Street down there in Atlanta, down there and talk about anybody know about Forsyth Street, man. It's like, like one of the worst parts of Atlanta you can go to, but I can relate and I can kind of like, those homeless people and those addicts and stuff down there. I went down there and I started talking to them and holding my camera up and start asking them how did they get here and what are some of the things that they wanted out of life, what some of the things that they wish they could have did different, that wouldn't have ended them up there. So as I started creating content with my phone down there on Forsyth Street, so then I started doing it in Escobar where we was at. We had 2 Chainz down there. Everybody was down there hustling, man, and I just started taking my phone and I just started recording, man, and it prepared me for something bigger that I didn't even know that was coming my way.
So you say when you came home, so evidently you've been locked up. So let's go and talk about, man, like how was you say Saginaw, Michigan is a small town. So how was it growing up in Saginaw?
Rough. Ain't no opportunities, man. No jobs. 35% below poverty level. It's then especially with all the plants. Since when I came up, the plants and all that stuff was around, so it was a little bit better. But now for the guys that's coming up around here now, man, it's nothing around here now, man. It's not. This only thing that's around here now is dispensaries, liquor stores. They inebriating the whole community with this marijuana thing down here now. And what it is they not creating no opportunities to be able to create. And that's the thing about my cousin and me, man, is that, we just trying to bring opportunities to the table, man, where a person can use their hands much more to destroy than just come and create. But Saginaw, Michigan, man, it's a very rough city. 9 times out of 10, by the time you're 19, 20 years old, you've been to prison. You A prefix, probably working on your B prefix, or you've been to the county numerous times. It's a police city, man. The police run this city, man. The state boys run this city. You know what I'm saying? So, it's the state boys, they pulling over everything. Man, a lot of guys down here don't have their license. We one of the lost cities, bro. I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. It's horrible. We one of the forgotten abouts. You know what I'm saying? And we just hoping, like I say, me and my cousin, with what we doing, man, we just hoping that we can add some beauty, man, add some enhancement and just beautify the community a little bit. We just had a mass shooting over the weekend. 13 people got shot, 2 people got killed. A female friend of mine named Takedra Wilson, she was shot, you know what I'm saying? And she even if she make it, she gonna be paralyzed. So they doing these freakniks around here. So it's giving everybody an opportunity to do it. So here you got the whole city coming and they doing these block parties, but a lot of beef going on here, man. Too much beef. There's so much beef going on, man, that it's destroying the city. We had an artist showcase down at the pub, man, where Crowd Freak came here. And we was almost on the second round. We almost made it, man. We almost made it to the end of that showcase. And man, it gunfire. It's bad around here, man. You risking your life even to go out. So that's why we trying to create a different narrative down here.
Right, I definitely agree. Like Nas just said we have to vote each other into those government offices. And I definitely agree, because a few months back I had a guest on my show who's running for city commission. And that's one of the things they was talking about, man. We got to start getting out to them polls and voting, man, and putting people in power who really gonna help the community. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about our community is it need new, fresher blood. Like the politicians in our community are not relating with the community. They're not stepping up. They're not holding down their role. You know, they not getting out here in the community, getting to know these people. They just letting the police run the city, man. And these community leaders, man, they not coming to see these families of these victims, you know, who's been shot and killed. They not going to the hospital. You know, they just thinking they can handle everything from behind that desk down there in city council, man. They not coming from behind there. It's what is going on. It seems like it's more about a push me instead of a city agenda, you know.
Right. And then also when we have those people running for those offices that come from where we come from, long as they about the right thing, we really need to get them in there because they know firsthand how it is and what we need.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They know firsthand. And you know, that's why I tell a lot of people and a lot of people in my circle, man, like we we moving in the direction, man, is we trying to be able to sit at those tables, man, so we can know what's going on with our city in the next 10 years instead of sitting back being blind, not knowing what's gonna take place.
Right.
And that's the whole thing is that we've been sitting back being blind for too long. And we getting the lesser end of the stick.
Right.
And so if somebody got to take initiative because if no one does it, then what's happening? Our whole community is gonna be washed down the drain as a whole.
So how much time did you do in the joint, man?
Man, I'm a D prefix. My longest bit I did was 8.5 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Fleeing and looting with drugs, man. I'm still dealing with the remnants of that now, getting my license and everything. Michigan State held my license. I was up for review in 15. I came home. They made me see the site. I had to send a urine test. What else I had to do? Had to get 3 community support letters and just fighting to get my license back, man. Hank, and I feel like that's the only piece of my life that's missing. That
Right.
that's the only thing that's missing in my life. And that's the only piece of the puzzle that's missing. And like I said, I'm still dealing with the remnants of that. But yeah, I did like 8.5 because they charged me because I had caught 2 fleeing and looting in the course of 5 years. I caught one on a motorcycle with drugs. Then I came home 30 days later. I was fleeing with drugs in the car, man.
Right. I'm gonna kind of skip around a little bit, man, because I want to engage the viewers as well. And I want to tell you, man, you got a dope brand. We are better together than separated. Because somebody, Nas, once again, he just said we have to stop going against one another and build together. And that's definitely what we got to do. And that's like the foundation of your brand. So tell us a little bit how you came up with the name. We are better together than separated.
Just the division, man. Seeing the division, man. Seeing the dislike in the community. Seeing the killing. Seeing just we not being together. Friends growing up. Coming up from the sandbox. Now we don't like each other. For myopic, for small issues, man. This material stuff, this drug stuff, man. This street stuff out here, man. And this is a life that's being lived in vain, man. And we allowing this life to destroy us as a community. So when I started We Better Together Than Separated, I say, man, I'm gonna go in a different direction. And hopefully some people will follow me with this. So when I started the movement, a lot of people, wasn't on board. They wasn't on board. It was like foreign language to them. But this was my heart. I'm not no beast. I'm not no killer. Man, I'm a humble guy. And that's just was my heart speaking at the time, and it just came out when I did my first little 15-minute podcast, and so I say, man, I think I'm gonna stick with this. We better together than separated, man. And so I was hoping that through my podcast and through my clothing line and through my We Better Together Than Separated t-shirts, that I bring people together, one podcast or one t-shirt at a time.
Another question I want to ask you too, man. So, far as working with artists, what do you feel like about the music influence? Do you feel like that play a part in it? And that also stems into working together, staying together. producing positive messages and stuff like that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Hank, and that's what me and my cousin dealing with. We caught in the middle, you know, because the music is the biggest influence, man, and we know it. You know what I'm saying? But we, you know, it's a double-edged sword, man. You know, it's like, you know, we got these guys out here that's, you know, that's rapping about what they going through, rapping about what they doing. You know, we want to support them and we want to guide them in the right direction. But in the same time, them same lyrics is the is the epithet that's hurting the community.
Right. So
You know.
while you was doing your time, man, and you finally got fed up, what are some of the plans you made to do when you got out?
Some of the plans I had made to do was come out here and publish my book. I had wrote a book while I was in prison. That's still in the creative process. Um, Develop, get my independence. You know, just be able to, you know, get my autonomy. Just start having, just building up, having some stability, building a foundation up under me. Something I never had. Getting married one day. Um, because like I say, I've been back and forth to prison, man, ever since I was 17. You know, I first got locked up, man, for a murder case when I was 17 years old. I did 18 months in the county jail. Then at 19, I got out. A year later, I had went back, man. So my life been a roller coaster ride. So at this point in time, man, I'm just trying to be the best me I can be to the community. You know, bring other individuals in that can add and enhance the community. Like I say with my podcast, you know, I paint the border, but I let the people paint the picture. You know.
Right. So what type of guests do you have on your podcast?
You know what, Hank, and I really, I work with from entrepreneurs to rappers to the probably, man, it could be sometimes I could talk to the nearest, the neighbor next door. You know, if the neighbor got something, man, that can offer the people as to help to get the people to transition and to help them mature in their mindset in some type of way, because that's my whole thing at the end of the day is that we got to mature mentally. And that's the thing about the music is that the minds that is going to haven't matured enough as to where they living out a lot of these lyrics, you know, and they allowing these lot of these lyrics to destroy the community and also to destroy their lives and send them to prison or go kill somebody or pop perks and become a substance abuser of all these different drugs.
Right. So by you feeling like that, man, what is your like attitude or words of wisdom to artists that do come through the creative lounge that may be pushing that message?
Oh man, you know, only thing I tell them, Hanky man, is you know, you could push the message of violence and this and that, but when you come out that booth, you better know how to brand yourself. You know, you better know how to brand yourself and you better know how to market and advertise your music. You know, a lot of these guys lazy, man. You know, they want you to manage their life instead of their career. You
Right.
know, you know, you got to call them for this. They want you to pay for this. That's not a manager. That's not a manager's job. So the guy that I'm dealing with, you know, shout out to No Sleep Ursh. Um, Me and Ursh come from prison together. We was in level five Berriga. You know, we was in level one. We was working in level five Berriga together. We was working up there in the hole, and we working up there from 8:30 to 4:30 with nothing to do. You know, we washing the clothes, all the inmates behind doors, so we just in the laundry room from 8:30 to 4:30. So at one end of the table, I'm, you know, learning dictionary words and writing out my book. And at the other end of the table, he writing his raps. You know, and those same raps that, you know, that y'all hearing today are raps that he wrote when we was in prison. So because in this rap game, I can't give my heart to everybody. I can't spread my heart to everybody because it's too much work. You know, so my heart is tied in with him at the end. Forgive me that, bro. My heart is tied in with him at the end of the day, man. And the only thing I tell him, is that just be able to brand yourself and market yourself outside the booth. When I wait, when on your story, promote your music, man. Promote your old music. Promote your first song, whatever. Promote you at the end of the day. And like I said, we can't control a lot of these artists' lives when they walk out of here. And a lot of things happen to them. I
Right.
ain't gonna lie. A lot of things happen to them, man. They got a tumultuous life that they live, and we don't have the financial background right now to put them in houses or put them in safe spots as to where nothing happened to them, because that's what they need, Hank. And we can't be there holding their hand 24/7. And like I say, man, they live tumultuous lives, and things happen to them.
So how do you feel like the support from the community and other people in Saginaw with business and stuff? How do you feel like their support is towards the Creators Lounge?
It's been great support. It's been great support, man. It's been a lot of people been renting it out. Been a lot of artists showcased down here, artist development. So it's really like since my cousin got it, it's been like the pinnacle. It's been like the pinnacle of the entertainment world here in Saginaw, Michigan. And right now it's like really like because like I say, we're a small city, and since that shooting happened down at the pub, that's like on the white folks side of town. But the niggas done took it over though, and they ain't finna. You can't even do no rap shows down there no more.
Right.
Because of that shooting, they not finna have that stuff down there no more. So a lot of stuff is gonna be funneled through Creators Lounge. But we all about peace down here. They stop the hate and come create.
That's
You know.
dope. And we got to start somewhere because somebody said we got to stop supporting our oppressors first and be able to come together. So I think, what I'm saying, it is dope, and we got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So how did you get into creating a clothing line?
I got into creating a clothing line, like I say, just like an artist, being in that booth, me being on a podcast talking, and I wasn't making no money. Just like an artist being in a booth and starting off, don't nobody know you. So, I said to myself, you gotta find a way to make you some money. You can't make no money. You going around talking to guests with your phone, that's cool, but you gotta make some money, man, so you can get here and there and and take care of your business. So I was getting a haircut one day at my barber, Taylor Foster House, and he had King Cuts a T-shirt, and he said, "Man, my mama make clothes." Shout out to Tina Foster, my clothing designer. And I say, "Oh yeah," and he say, "Yeah." I say, "You know what, man?" I say, "I'm thinking about having me some clothes made." He say, gave me the number. And he gave me the number, and I called her, and we started with automation at first. We was making automation shirts. Before we had dove into the t-shirts, we was making automation shirts. But what I had realized is that a lot of people didn't like the automation, and them t-shirts was more expensive. So I started getting the less expensive Gildan t-shirts and started putting with this YLC. This is the drip. We have the YLC drip, and we have the YLC debonair, and we have the new YLC logo that just had dropped this spring and fall. And I'll be debuting that at the Trap the Runway. I got the Trap the Runway, the entrepreneur showcase, as to where we'll be showcasing clothing lines, businesses, just showcasing the entrepreneur culture inside the city of Saginaw. But anyway, and Tina, I gave her my idea, and once I gave Tina my idea, she was just making face masks. She had never made a T-shirt before in her life, and I told her, I say, she brought some face masks up for me, and she told me that I could do, just give me what you want me to do, and I put it together for you. And I gave her the idea of what I wanted to do, and went and got some Gildan t-shirts, went to Hobby Lobby, and she put them together, man. And to see my idea come to fruition through her creativity, that was one of the best moments of my life, man. So when that day when I had seen that shirt, when she brought that shirt to me, to life, it was like I couldn't stop, man. I couldn't
Well,
stop.
so where can the people get the clothing line at? Or see it?
Shopify.com. You go on Shopify.com, Yacht Life Chronicles. And you go on my Instagram, you go on my Facebook, 42 Yacht Life, my Instagram, Yacht Life 1976, or you can go on my YouTube or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and get in touch with me. But yeah, it's on Shopify.com.
So being in a
Yacht
small
Life.
town like Saginaw, and with the Creators Lounge, trying to help the community, help people to create instead of hate. What's the overall goal for Creators Lounge?
Artist development, management, and advertising to show artists how to market themselves in a way as to where they can be able say for instance, if people don't like your music, I might not like your music, but I like the shirts that you put together. You know, I may like the podcast that you done. I might like the way that you talk. I might not like your music though. So we trying to show artists down here how to be more, how to brand themselves more. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of artists, get messed over on artist development deals and things of that nature. What my cousin cooking up for is that with his intelligence, he teaches them how to brand themselves, how to manage themselves, how to market, how to advertise. He throw them. They have listening parties for their album. Okay, once the album come out, now we gotta market it this way. Now we gotta do this. We gotta do this. Now he's thinking a year later. Instead of just sometimes people just thinking of the now. He's thinking a year later. And man, it's been great. So like I said, a lot of artists have no knowledge. No, a lot of artists have no intelligence on where they want to take their music. So down here at Creators Lounge, we are that ship for them. You know what I'm saying? We are that vehicle for them as to where we sit them down and talk to them and ask them what is it that they want to do outside the booth. We know you can rap, okay, but you ain't you ain't at 100,000 streams yet. You ain't at 200,000 streams yet. So what else is it that you want to do as far as branding and marketing yourself outside the booth?
So what does the Creators Lounge offer for our young creators? Because we got to do something, man, to keep our young people off the street. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And as far as content creation, music, clothing lines, and stuff like that, I think our young people need to be taught entrepreneurship. Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody else, like Nas said in the
Yeah.
comment. So what are y'all offering for our youth?
And that's we get more into that as well too. Dealing with the youth and being able to have them come down here and see the creativity that's taking place. So they won't be so much always in the streets and just having that street influence. Where they can come down here and see media, photography, videos being did, in studio performances, their favorite local artists performing in the booth. And we're also going to start a book club. We're going to start a book club down here called Free Thinkers Society because, like I say, literature and arts is evaporating. Especially everybody want to hold their phone, so writing and reading and literature and arts now is those skills are evaporating. So what we doing down here at Creators Lounge, we also bringing that back too through our book club. But yeah, we definitely going to reach out to the youth and bring them in as well to show them a lot of the media entertainment that takes place down here as to where they can be an intern or they can be a student, to what's going on.
Right. So tell us about the fashion show, man, coming up.
Man, oh man, we got my first annual Trap the Runway, you know, July 14th, Friday, 5 to 9 at Creators Lounge. It will be an evening of hair, clothes, music, business owners. And with this is that it was another challenge for me. It was just me branding myself and being able to take my brand to another level. and I wanted to honor the people throughout the city of Saginaw. I wanted to showcase the business culture throughout the city of Saginaw. And once again, it's about creating. So for that little kid or for that one who is not a creator, who's not an entrepreneur, you can come to this showcase and see entrepreneurs get crowned, see entrepreneurs get catered to down here for what they have for what they have done in the due diligence that they have gave the community. So what we want a lot of other people that's not entrepreneurs to see is we trying to this is the influence that we trying to push is that you be an entrepreneur. It's just because here it is, you got the street narrative, they shooting and banging and killing. That's not all to life. That's not gonna get you far. Creativity gonna get you everything in the world based on how you apply it to yourself and utilize it in the world. So yeah.
So what's some advice would you give to a young person or a youth that want to be a creator?
They say it takes 10,000 hours to master something. I think now I think we mastering things even quicker than that now. I would tell a youth that want to be a creator to first start watching somebody who creating content. Take advantage of the different apps and different things that these creators is creating on and creating with, so you can master them apps. And then you get you one that you get you an app like I do all my stuff off iMovie. You got a lot of people got these different iOS apps as to where they put their cameras and things like that. And you get you one and find you an app to master. Read. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read. And I would just say, be a student of the game. You don't think you know it all, because with this media entertainment and this creating content, this stuff is hard. Now I'm to the point where even with my show now, I have to sit down and take a whole day out just to post stuff. Post stuff here, post stuff there. So and you gotta have the time for it. You gotta have the passion for it. So if you don't have the passion to create, ain't no sense of you even getting into the game, because it's gonna take passion, because it's gonna take a lot out your life and a lot out your time. So I say to that person, to that young creator out there who want to do it, have some passion. Make sure you have a passion for it.
So aside from the fashion show and the book club, what else does the Creator Lounge have coming up?
Also, the crew, it's an event space as to where weddings, we do birthday parties down here, we do open houses, it's open to the community for rental. My cousin Fo, he got an artist showcase coming up. No, he has he do it on the corner. You can catch him on YouTube at Perfect Storm Films, where he take the artists out in the community, and they do it on the corner performance, or they'll sit out here in front of the lounge and they'll do a performance, like hold the mic down. We took the mic off right here, but the mic will be hanging down and the artist will get in front of there and rap and stuff. And what we're doing is a showcase of some of those guys that was on the corner. A lot of those guys that was on the corner.
Right. So far as working with your cousin, man, where you want to see the Creators Lounge, and we're gonna say the next 1 to 3 years?
Man, I want to see the Creators Lounge is like one of like a entertainment academy. You know what I'm saying? As to where you could come down here and learn every aspect of media that's offered throughout the world. Any aspect of media that you want to learn, you can come down here and learn it. We have a lot of people that come through here. We got the HBK Booms of the world. We got the Fresh Riches of the world. We got Cooking Up with Foe. We We got DJ Campus come through here, man. We got the hottest artists in the city and hottest artists out of Flint come down here. So hot artists out of Detroit. You know, everybody tapping in with the Creators Lounge. So I really think I look forward for the Creators Lounge to be an entertainment academy. You know, for ones that want to come in here, study, and learn the business.
That's what's up. So, man, I only got a couple more questions for you. So, when does your podcast air? Where can people catch it at?
My podcast air on I don't have no certain date, but I usually always make sure I drop something on a Sunday. You know, Sunday is one of my favorite days to drop some. I just dropped the podcast yesterday. You know, we're talking about, you know, how, you know, stopping the killing, you know, while so many blacks are willing to kill so many blacks. Shout out to Corey Pritchard, you know, that came in and assisted me with that show. I think right now I'm gonna stay on that topic about these killings. It really need to be addressed. And I feel like me sitting down addressing it by myself. I did a show on it by myself. I brought Corey in to do a show on it. I'm just really right now, Yat Life Chronicles, we're gonna stay on this topic of trying to get these kids to put these guns down. You've been to prison, I've been to prison. It ain't no fun in there. So what we trying to do, man, is trying to combat or prevent a lot of these kids from crashing out. And they crashing out down here in Saginaw, Michigan by the minute. Not by the day, by the minute.
And where can they catch it at?
Catch my podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, they catch my podcast on YouTube at Yat Life Chronicles. You can catch me on Instagram at Yat Life Chronicles, and you can catch me on Facebook at 42 Yat Life. You can catch me on Anchor as well, Yat Life Chronicles.
That's definitely what's up, man. I appreciate you for coming through, man. Hopefully I can make it down there to the Creators Lounge soon.
Hey, listen,
man.
I was just gonna tell you, man, you gotta come down here. I got your media pass for you, man. Come down here, Creators Lounge, man. I got your media pass, man. And make sure y'all check out the showcase, man. You know, but Hankin, man, I want to let you know, man, I thank you, man, for everything, man, that you've been doing for me, man. And I appreciate our relationship, man. And I really thank you, man, and appreciate you having me on your show.
You already know, man. We've been talking over the last couple of days, man, and then finally really sitting down, asking you these questions. You know what I'm saying? And like, I really see you got a passion for it, man. I definitely understand it more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're definitely gonna be doing more linking up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. This definitely won't be our last podcast. You know, we definitely got some more coming up in the future, man. And like I say right now, man, to anybody that's out here listening, to anybody that's out here watching this podcast, put the guns down, man. Protect your family, protect whoever you got to protect, man. But let's stop all these senseless violence, these senseless killings, man. These shooting from 100 feet, shooting in the crowd. I ain't saying you got to walk up to somebody, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, don't be shooting 100 feet when you killing a mechanic. You shooting through houses, you killing the baby sitting laying in the bed, man. Come on, man. Let's put these guns down, man, and stop these senseless violence, senseless killings, senseless deaths. You know, we study, you know, and the thing about, you know, these shooters is that they steady got us meeting up in the same place, meeting up at these funeral homes, meeting up at somebody's house, eat chicken and dinner, and you know, we reminiscing about the dead, man. You know, you know, put these guns down, man.
That's definitely what's up, man. So everybody, I got the links to all this information in the description of this video. So slide through and check him out, man. When can we be expecting that book to come, man?
Man, we can be expecting For Poverty to Prosperity coming out in about we can be expecting that to come out like around this fall.
This fall.
So what I did, Hankin, is that because it's a 400-page book, so what I did is nobody is reading them kind of books no more. So I just took each chapter and I'm making it into a book. So just like we was talking about reels, I'm taking my book and I'm reeling it. So I got to write an introduction and an outroduction for each chapter. So that's what's going on right now. But we'll be ready to roll out with it this fall.
I do got one more question, man. Have y'all thought about like expanding the Creators Lounge outside of Saginaw?
Yeah. My cousin was just talking about that today. Yeah, of course we have. Yeah. Yep, we thinking. Yep. We definitely want to expand it. We want to train them creators lounge because
Right.
we want to push the narrative to stop the hate and come create. So when you walk in creators lounge, you thinking about creating. You're a creator. You trying to do something with your hands, or you trying to come up with some ideas in a booth. You trying to come up with something as to where you can fill a gap in this entertainment and media world.
Right. But also we gotta I think also with social media and technology, it has become more easier. But I think this kind of reflects back to growing up where we thought the only way to get some money out of the hood was to rap, sell drugs, or be an athlete. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But like we
yeah,
said earlier, man, we got to start coaching our young people, man, and start getting into politics so we can get people in the office who come from the struggle, who know what we're dealing with. We need attorneys our same color from the struggle to know what it feel like. You know what I'm saying? We need doctor. We need all that, man.
yeah. And these kids need to see that they can't relate to seeing a white person in them higher up positions. They thinking that that's a position for them and not for them as an African American. As a black individual. So you right, Hank, and we need black people in them positions so the kids that's growing up could see and say to themselves, hey, that can be me one day. But long as we got these white people who's not have no type of relationship with the community, who come in and put a sign in our yard, tell us to vote for them, they send a representative to our house and tell us to vote, they lie to us, then we vote for them and we never hear from them no more until it's time to be elected again, until they want to put a sign in our yard.
Right, but at the same time, we can't keep blaming them. We got to blame ourselves too. We're not
Mhm.
pushing people to that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right. And that's what
Let
I was
you play
saying.
a part. Don't get it wrong. I ain't giving them a pass. You got to do a play a
No,
part
but
in it.
I
We
understand
play
what
just
you're
as big a
saying.
part.
It falls back on us.
Right.
It falls back on us, man. So that's the thing about the Creators Lounge is that we just trying to give our due diligence to the Saginaw community, man, and show them, man, that you can be much more than where you at in life. It's much more to the streets. You know what I'm saying? You can come down here. You might can be a little baby one day. You might can get behind a camera, and you might can be a big video photographer one day. No telling. Like I say, when you take your DNA and you mix it with this stuff down here, with this media and this music and this entertainment and stuff we got going on down here, no telling what you might morph into.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
And like I said, right now in this time and age with technology, man, it ain't no reason anybody with a phone, man, should be behind.
that's why I tell them, hey, Hank, and that phone in your hand is your greatest asset besides your mind.
Most definitely.
You got a brain up here and a brain in your hand. How you gonna lose?
Most definitely. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you for coming through, man. We definitely gonna stay in contact, man. Um, and one more time before we go, man, tell the people your social medias.
Man, catch me on YouTube at Yat Life Chronicles. Catch me on Facebook at 42 Yat Life. And catch me on Instagram at Yat Life Chronicles. And I just want to let everybody know, man, stop the hate. You know what I'm saying, man? Try to find a way to create. If you don't have a dream, get behind a family member, get behind a kid, somebody that got talent, got a dream. Your dream ain't always got to be the one lived out. Get behind somebody else who got a dream. You
Right.
know, but at the end of the day, try to find a purpose in life. As to where your feet are moved different, you think different, you will discipline yourself different.
Right.
When you got a purpose in life, you move more calculated. But if you just a freelancer out here and you have no purpose, then you moving destitute. You can be pulled here, you can be tugged there. The next thing you know, you in a lot of bullshit, a lot of BS. You know.
You already know. I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna stay in contact with you, man. I'm gonna hit
All
you
right.
up.
And thank you for the interview, man.
You already know. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
All right. That was my guy, Yat Life Chronicles. Like I said, all the links to all the stuff in the description of this YouTube video. Slide through and check him out, man. As y'all can see, we steady making progress. We getting a snowball effect in. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Yo Swift, Nas, my guy Garrett Mitchell, Robert Hicks. That was my old boxing coach back in the day. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you know anybody out there that got something they're trying to promote, artists, business, brands, hit me up. Let's get it out there, man. This ain't just an Ohio thing, man. This is a worldwide thing, man. And we only gonna be able to do it together. Like I was saying, he got a dope. I like his slogan. We are better together than separated, man. And that's what it all built down to, man. Working together. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop the hate and start creating. I want to thank y'all for coming through, man. I'm out.